Alright everyone, welcome back to the Tier 1 F122 series. Tonight is round number 7 here at China Shanghai International Circuit, and I would like to apologize in advance. I recently just had my wisdom teeth removed, so I'm not in the best mood to commentate, but I still do have a job to do as well. And once again, I will be joined with RZX Sparks once again as a co-host. I'm gonna quickly get him in here. We're still waiting on, I think, 2 to 3 more drivers to get in here, but yeah. Alright, so it looks like Elite has joined back. We're still waiting on, I believe, Nyx and Zachman, but I don't think they are showing up. Okay, so it's time to go now. Sparks, if you can hear me, I had my wisdom teeth removed yesterday, so I probably won't be talking a lot tonight. And I'm probably gonna have to ask you to do post-race interviews. So. All right, yeah, that's cool. All right, so while we're waiting for qualifying here, we'll go over the previous race recap, which was Silverstone last time out. It was Haas Racing 41 for Alfa Romeo that took home the race win after pretty much defending his way to the race win. Started on pole, and he finished it off with that result. Green's championship leader had probably one of the worst results he's had so far this season in Tier 1. He was relegated to 7th due to time penalty reasons, so that moved RGX Games and RGX Elite into podium places. Elite would have had a chance to snag second, but received the time penalty at the very last lap. That did cost them that position, but was able to take home third. And we'll quickly go over the driver standings as it is now. So Dreams continues to lead with 103 points over RZX Elite, who has 87. So Elite taking down that points lead. However, it would have been a different result if time penalties didn't become a factor. So we have 13 drivers in qualifying now. Not sure if Zachman, if the game is going to put him in or not. So Pee Wee passes Dr. Gruber Jr. for third place in the standings. So with 70 points over 63, Gruber in fourth. RZX Games with 55 points passes Zachman after last week. CSR Delta, Haas Racing 41, U Pro 66, and Sniper Hyper will round out your top 10 in the standings. Team situation wise, Mercedes having no trouble, standing strong in first right now with 158. Red Bull almost about to crack the triple digits right now with 99 points as it is. Good battle going on for third in the standings. Haas, Williams, and Ferrari in a three-way battle for third, leaning towards Haas's favor by 2 points over Williams. Ferrari with 69 points entering tonight's race, and Alfa Romeo's good result after Haas Racing took home the race win. They have found their way up inside the top 6. So looking forward to see if that momentum will keep up here at Shanghai. So TC Dreams is the only driver going out here on mediums. So looking to save a set for the race, I'm assuming.
Mikey in the Haas will be the first to start his flying lap, followed by Dreams, followed by Odin. Looks like Mikey has had a pretty clean sector one so far. CSR Delta and Zachman staying in the pit, although I'm not sure if Zachman actually got fit into qualifying.
So out of everyone so far, the only quickest in that first sector is Elite.
The games might, although Haas Racing is lagging, so I guess you can never tell, but games might start picking up some dirty air for Haas Racing. Although Haas Racing goes, no he doesn't. Wow, he is lagging. Wow. I can't tell if he's going wide or if it's going to teleport him back to the track. Anyway.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now.
Like Mikey has had a clean lap. He will be the first to cross the line, followed by Dreams. Mikey puts in a 135.1. Dreams goes fastest with a 134.3 on those mediums. Not a bad lap from him. Next across the line is Odin. It's a 133.4, better than Dreams, but he was on the mediums. RZX Elite crosses the line with a 132.7. Haas Racing crosses the line going second. And RZX Games will filter in behind Odin. So we have RZX Elite on provisional pole. Dr. Gerber Jr. goes around with a 134.6. Next to caution line is U-Pro. He will do a 133.3 right behind his teammate. So Alfa Romeo sitting 2-3 right now. Not too bad from the pair.
Yeah, so Dreams 1.6 off of Elite's pace right now, mainly to do with the medium set tires. So Might as well just go ahead and put it in your lap and then save the last compound of softs for the race.
Kiwi goes around with a 133.6. That will put him P5. Next across the line will be Firefighter, although he goes around the chicane. Not the chicane, the hairpin. So, Firefighter will probably come into the pits here. So it
So
looks like
majority of everyone has put in a lap right now. You know, Zachman and Delta like to wait for the second part of qualifying, so. And there they go. So
So
Zachman go out.
Huger might be going for a used tire lap. He's gone around the track again. He appears to be pushing.
So far a 10th up on his lap, entering or exiting the first sector.
I bet he does have some time to improve on because that was not a very quick first lap from him, considering his qualifying pace. Looks like he had a pretty clean sector 2. It's 10th and a half up on his time. He's not making up as much time as I bet he would like. Down the back straight now. Activate the DRS. Coming through.
Should
the
be an
final
okay
corner
lap.
now. Crosses the line. It is a 133.5, so much better from him. Might have
He
had a
improves
mistake.
by a second and a 10th there. So only 8.5 tenths behind.
Not bad for used tires.
So Zachman, the only one on the track, is on his first flying lap.
He's invalidated.
Must have invalidated it in the final corner. Not sure if you can really invalidate it through the right-hander.
I think he invalidated in the final corner because it said that before he got to the first turn. So unlucky from him. He'll probably have to go around again. I bet he'll just do another lap on those, considering they won't be too worn yet.
Sniper's quickest in that first sector. Normally it's pretty easy to get fastest in the first part of the track, but going through this technical part of the track here, a lot of time you can gain. So watch Sniper here.
Haas Racing goes purple in sector 1 behind Sniper, so it looks like he's the fastest man in sector 1, although as JJ said, it is pretty easy to get a fastest sector 1 around here.
Like the Aston Martins are trying to go for a slipstream here. You can see Odin in front of Sniper, and Sniper's getting a really good run down the back straight here, entering turn 14, which is the hairpin. And Odin's gonna let his teammate by. We'll see what the time is when he crosses the final corner. He didn't go any quicker in that second sector, but we'll see what he can do here as he rounds the final corner. He's kept it clean so far, but we will see.
P6.
And must have had something going on during the lap. So that is P6 for Sniper. Is not too far off of Goober's pace. Goober ran a 43 while Sniper runs a 46.
Us Racing finishing up a lap now. He could not improve.
Dreams on a very good lap. A second and a half. He improves. Quickest in the final sector, and he's up to P2 now.
Like LPE will be the next to cross the line. He's only 500ths up though, so he's gonna have to find a lot in this final corner.
I think he might pass Sniper as he reaches the line here.
Yes, he does.
Oh no, he actually gains 2 spots. So 723 off.
So RZX Elite still holding pole position from his banker lap. This is very good for him. As of now, it looks like he has some pretty good pace to show us during the race.
Games almost a tenth and a half up as he is in the middle of the back straight now. So this will give him a good opportunity to get out of that 1 second range that he is in.
Rounds the final corner now, keeps it clean. Games crosses the line, and it is a 133.3, putting him in P5. Like Delta crosses the line, must have had a mistake because that was not a great lap from him. Might go again.
I think Games would have went in another tenth faster, possibly passing Haas Racing there for 4th, but he used up all of his ERS for the lap. So I'd imagine Pee Wee comes at the pits here. He's not improving at all. He's a half second down.
So like Mikey will be getting ready to start his lap in a minute.
Enters the pit lane. Game's not improving, so he'll come back in. And Firefighter is going in reverse on the back straight.
Interesting choice from him.
This isn't a very smart decision there, but at least he was ghosted, so. So we're really not seeing anyone go any quicker.
I want to say he was burning fuel, but I'm not sure if I do have a good explanation for that. He's on his out lap, so we will be starting a lap. Zachman is on a lap right now as well.
So both Ferraris have not really set a lap at all, so they need to set on a lap now if they want to have a second chance to improve it. I don't think ZP has even gone out on the track yet.
Looks like Zachman invalidated. Unlucky for him. I think he went completely off the track there unless he was yielding. Odin on a lap right now. Oh, never mind. He's 2 seconds into that. 2 minutes. Might be starting another lap. Nope. He goes into the pits. I believe he'll have enough time to go for another one. Sniper going slow to avoid the other 2 cars. Who are those? Like Pee-wee Might be coming into the pits. He's quite done on his time. Pro is on an out left. Haas Racing can't improve his time. He's down by 100th. Like people are having trouble improving their times around here.
Yeah, he invalidated his lap,
Oh,
but he
yeah.
almost did improve on it. So this will be the final part of qualifying as we see a Red Bull come out. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Elite, unless he's satisfied with that time. Nope, that is Elite coming out. Doesn't want to make the same mistake that happened last week at Silverstone, where you had to cut the track.
Sniper Hyper coming through the first sector now on his lap. He's 800 hundredths up on his time with, I bet, a lot of time to gain. It's like both of the Red Bulls are out. Have Pro is not on a lap. I believe Haas Racing is on a lap. Everyone's starting their final laps of this qualifying now as we have 1 minute and 45 to go. Hyper coming onto the back straight now. Appeared to have had a pretty clean lap so far.
We'll have one more opportunity when you cross the line here. If he does improve it. About 8.5 tenths down.
Doesn't
And nope.
improve. Next across the line looks like a Mercedes. Does improve his time, I believe, but not enough to move his position. It might have been his out lap, I'm not actually sure. It might have been his lap.
So Sniper is done for qualifying. He is slow on the track. Here comes CSR Delta now. He's had a hiccup somewhere in the track.
I bet he'll go around again. Eggman on his out lap is definitely gonna have to hurry it up. I think he'll make it though. Yes, he will. Both of the Ferraris are actually barely gonna make it across the line. That guy is finally on a lap. I believe this is his first lap of qualifying. Crosses the line. It's only good for P11. Might go. He'll probably go around again. Zachman also starting his lap. We're getting our final laps in now as qualifying is finished.
Pee Wee enters the pit lane. Dr. Gruber Jr. is quickest in that middle sector, so keep an eye out for that. Or is that Goober? Yeah, that was Goober.
Ferrari's probably going to have to yield to his teammate.
Game's on a pretty quick lap here. I don't know if he's going to improve his position, but he'll definitely cut some of that time off. So, almost 4.5 tenths off of Elite. So that's it for him.
That guy does yield.
Elite.
Uber goes fastest with a 132.6.
CSR Delta almost taking out Goober for that pole position.
RZX Elite feeling comfortable, and now looks like he's definitely going to have to improve if he's on a lap.
OTC Dreams now the next one to watch out for if you can get it done, but I don't know if Dreams is done for qualifying. I don't understand what he just did coming out of the hairpin.
Kind of gave up. Backman going around the final corner now. Puts it in P11, just barely stealing it from his teammate. Ferrari's not having a very good qualifying today. And that will be it.
And that does it. Feeling Goober was gonna make a breakout at some point. He just snags it from Elite, and Delta almost took it away from him. So that's it for qualifying. It's Goober, Delta, and Elite, and Haas Racing that joins each other on the first and second row. And our championship leader, once again, not putting his best foot forward in qualifying. However, he is a little over 2/10 off, so not a big deal.
Not the qualifying we were expecting from Dreams. He was pretty confident about this track. He's been talking to us about how he likes this track, and then he turns out a P6. We'll have to see how he does during the race.
And I thought it was raining there for a second.
Does look very cloudy out. There may still be a chance for rain. So, formation lap starting. Chinese Grand Prix. Dr. Goober Jr. and CSR Delta lining up on the front row. Red Bull's having a pretty good qualifying today. Alfa Romeo's also doing pretty well.
So just looking at the tire data, Dreams is going to go for the longer first stint. Only one out on the hards, and he's going to save his stuff to the end. Goober's running that little fish helmet. I like it.
I think CSR Delta might have a chance for the win here today. Dreams has got a lot of work to do. And he's been talking about how good his pace has been around here, so we'll have to see how he does during the race. See if Goober can possibly hold him off.
Goober right now really falling off. Just the poor recent results here and there after his win at Australia. These technical tracks have not been very friendly to him, but today it is once again another powerhouse like it was at Silverstone, so could see a possible result improvement for him. I think it's safe to say our top four that are starting right now have been one of the fastest. There we go. All 14 drivers will line up back on the grid.
I think Delta actually screws up his parking, so this will give Goober a little bit better of a jump off the line. Last driver's lining up on the grid now. We'll have to see if this start is delayed.
I think it will. We have 5 lights coming on for the 7th round here at China for Tier 1.
Nothing is happening.
And nothing has happened.
There.
And we're going.
There we go.
And I think Goober's had an awful start.
He gets an amazing start. He goes side by side with Delta in turn 1. Delta holds the lead. Goober does not get a good start. He's dropped down to P3. Haas Racing lagging up into P2. don't know where he is on the grid. I'm just going to ignore him for a minute. So CSR Delta, the leads behind RZX Elite. I think Haas Racing has held P3. Uber has fallen down to P4. James has already made up a
There's
place.
really Haas Racing can't really do much with that lag. And I think a
Oh,
Mercedes just went wide. Dreams is
of the
out.
game. He's out of this race in the safety car. I think it's a VSC.
VSC out. Dreams crashes on the opening lap. Our championship leader as his teammate falls back to 13th here on the start. I don't know exactly what happened. I just saw him took a hard right.
Yeah. But you know, it could have been Haas Racing. So as of now, Dream's out of the session, although he is claiming that Haas just lagged into him, and we saw Haas racing in P4 while Dreams was in P6. So I think this lag is getting pretty bad for Haas Racing. Because he just costed Dreams the race. Although Haas Racing kind of got the penalty that was coming to him, even though it wasn't really his fault. So we're green for now.
And he spun it in turn 2 already. So the lag is at it again, apparently. Not much we can do about it here.
So as of now, this is an amazing chance for RZX Elite to capitalize, as Dreams is not going to get any points as of now. JJ, are you okay with Dreams being too fast to get on commentating? You can answer that. So CSR Delta leads from Elite, leads from Goober. As of now, there's really nothing that we could do for Dreams. We'll sort this out later. Like Zachman is already up to P4. He has had an amazing start, made up 7 positions. Mikey made up also 7 positions. It's like both of the Ferraris have had a very good start. Mikey and the Ferrari are battling. Like Mikey gets the better exit out of the last turn. DRS enabled. Haas Racing serving his drive-through penalty. RZX Games with the fastest lap of the race. At least he's showing some pace for now. Gonna need a big comeback though. So the Red Bull's having a dream start today. So they're both in the lead with Dr. Goober Jr. tailing behind them, not within DRS though. And then both of the Ferraris sit about 3 seconds behind that pack. Goober trying his hardest to get into the DRS here. He needs it down this back straight. Otherwise, he's going to get dusted by the Red Bulls, which are going to work together as much as they can. Trying his best to get the best exit out of there that he can, but he can't. I do not believe he got DRS. No, he did not. So this is a good chance for the Red Bulls to work together here.
Ferraris are both in the slipstream right now. See if ZP. No, he's not going to pass him. For his teammate, Zachman. Zachman went pretty wide into the hairpin.
Maybe he let him by. They appear to be battling. Zachman wants that place back and he's going to get it.
He's had an awful final corner.
DRS also helping him. He's going to lead by 1. Battling is definitely not what these Ferraris would be doing right now, though, as they have Mikey closing in on them very, very quickly. Mikey might be able to make a move with a hairpin if he can get close enough. This, no, he does not.
So Elite has dropped an entire second behind. Delta 2 is in our race leader. Goober also a second behind, second as of now.
It's like Firefighter has had a spin, as he has in Sector 2, that puts him in last as Sniper Hyper gets past him. Sniper Hyper on the hards. I'm not sure if he pitted under the VSC or if he's also gotten damage from something.
Not too sure. So Mikey really not in attack mode here, mainly because the Ferrari ahead of him does have DRS, so he's not really going to gain much at all on him.
I believe we missed Delta having a moment as he's down in P3 by 4 seconds to Dr. Goober Jr. RZX Elite leading the race. It looks like Delta had a pretty good sized moment somewhere back there.
I didn't see a yellow flag on the minimap at all.
Didn't see
Normally
it
I
either.
catch that out of the corner of my eye, but I guess it didn't trigger. Ferrari spun in the middle sector. That is...
That
Oh,
could be a
who is that?
safety car.
That's
It's
Zagman
damage.
and Mikey? They have a major moment in the middle part of that second sector. And
Oh,
unfortunately
Zachman
that's
goes
going to
around
give...
again.
It gave Zagman a severe collision warning.
This game might not have been Zachman's fault. This game does give out weird penalties sometimes, but we can
UPro and
review that
Pewee going at
after.
it in turn 14 here. UPro tried to block the entrance, but the Williams driver will have the better exit and the momentum coming out of the corner as UPro is trying to save up some of that ERS.
Very close to the Williams driver. He's going to have DRS going down into turn 1. He's going to go around the outside. Might pull off the switchback. Yes, he does. Beautiful move for UPro. That puts RZX Games very close to El Pewee after their fighting. Could have a three-way fight going on down the back straight.
Although Games is rebounding after he fell all the way back to last. So there'll definitely be some discussion with Haas Racing and Dreams after this race is far from over, with the potential incident that caused Dreams to wreck out under the first lap of this race. Uber still cannot break that 1 second gap that Elite has built.
Oh, yeah.
Games to the inside here on Pee Wee. Takes a lot of curving. That's going to hurt him a little bit here. Okay, so Games looking to get the DRS advantage here. Pee Wee might have it on you, Pro. I don't know.
I think Pee Wee
But,
is going to have it.
yeah, I don't know if Games is really going to have much of a run because in front of him, Pee Wee will be having the DRS advantage.
It looks like just about everyone besides Delta, Cougar, and Elite, the top three have a decent amount of DRS, but a decent amount of people behind them really just don't have much in the tank.
That previous Games was to the inside. Now he is once again. They're side by side as they exit the middle part of the very first sector as they're trying to go chase down U-Pro and ZP. But Games can still not find a way around Pee Wee.
Game's fishing for a good second sector to try and catch up to Pee Wee and get him in the next DRS, and that is definitely what he is doing. He's right behind Pee Wee now. 3/10. I think he is running a lower downforce setup than Pee Wee, as he made up a lot of time through there. I mean, higher downforce. Pee Wee, so Pee Wee will probably have the advantage, although he is also out of the DRS of U-Pro. The Games should be able to think about a move here. Activates the DRS now. He's gaining. He's gaining. Be a late send if he did it.
And he was braking pretty late there, but it's going to really affect his exit now. Meanwhile, Delta has gained an entire second. Last time I saw that gap, it's down to 2.6.
Here comes Games again into turn one. He's going to make a move down the inside. Pee Wee goes wide. Games is going to have the preferred line now.
Games is going to get it done. So back-to-back laps. He's been around on the outside of Pee Wee. Finally gets it done. He's up to 6th.
I'll be right back.
So if you're just tuning with us, this is round number 7 of the Tier 1 F122 series here at Shanghai. And something's happened to U-Pro. He's had a spin in that middle sector, or maybe just went around there for a quick second. But U-Pro's down in 7th, so Games and Pee Wee now up to 5th and 6th. So it is RZX Elite that leads from Dr. Goober Jr., CSR Delta, That Guy ZP, and RZX Games, your top 5. Not much battling going on here now, is not really anyone's in the 1 second range. Only closest person is Pee Wee, but he doesn't have the DRS. Uber and Elite continuously having pretty much the equivalent pace. They've been in 0.9, 1 second, 1.1, just the past like 5 or 6 laps.
Like we have Haas Racing and Odin coming into the pits. Not sure.
Might be time for pit stops. Tire wear really goes down pretty quick at this track. Yeah, it might be time for pit stops coming into play as I'm looking at all the tire data. So we'll see if our leaders decide to come in. They're pretty much all on the exact same strategy.
We were getting so close to getting DRS down the back straight, but him and Elite are just matching pace, and we can't seem to get within 1 second.
Maybe a pit stop by one of the two drivers here will go into place. No, they both stay out. Is Delta gonna go into
Maybe
pits? Nope.
not.
All three are gonna stay out here.
Us Racing and Odin may have just gone for the undercut. Delta can catch up to Goober. They could definitely try and make some team plays happen. Although Delta will probably think about pitting soon unless Elite wants to cover off the undercut from Goober. So the Red Bull's sitting in a very good place right now. So far, not many people have picked up a penalty. So like the only people with penalties are Zachman with, I believe, speeding in the pits, and House Racing with a 3 second for track limits. See if we have anyone deciding to pit on this lap. That guy's gonna pit. Ferrari comes into the pits. Kiwi is following
Games.
him. U-Pro is following him.
So Game's kind of in the hot seat now. He's gonna have to push if he's gonna pit this lap.
Kiwi gets a 5 seconds for speeding. We're gonna probably start seeing a couple of those as people are trying to push it too hard into the pits. Haas Racing not coming in, although I guess we wouldn't know if he is or not since he's lagging so much. Haas Racing with the fastest lap of the race. He actually has already pit. Looks like those hards are starting to work pretty well.
So Delta now under 2 seconds. Goober falling back just a few tenths here.
They have had a
So does
little bit
Delta
moment.
decide to pit here now? Or does Delta think that he has enough pace against Goober to get right up against him? If he's gonna pit soon, he's probably gonna have to do it right now.
Yeah, Uber is probably going to pit this lap, actually.
Yeah,
Yes, he
yeah,
is.
he does. He's losing pace on
Delta will
Elite,
follow
and here
him.
comes Delta.
Where Elite's in the hot seat now, he's got to really push this lap. Oh, but Goober gets a 5 second penalty for speeding. That's going to affect his race big time. Trying to hurry it into the pits, and that did not work out for him.
Games in fourth now, finally into the pits here. We'll see if maybe ZP or U Pro can get the undercut to work. Games is now coming out very slowly. I think Games is gonna get out in front of these guys. Maybe, maybe not. It's gonna be close when they
It's
come
gonna
out.
be really close between UPro. UPro gonna be really close. I think Games is ahead of UPro. Although Games is still gotta
Games
do that
has
tire warm up. UPro could still make a move here. Cold hards are not very good in the opening lap. UPro, the purple sector one. UPro is flying to try and catch up to Games. If he's making it work, he's probably going to be in the DRS on the back straight. So by then, I think those tires will be enough for Games to start pulling away again.
race leader entering the pit lane now.
We'll have to see who comes out first. Elite being very
Elite.
cautious.
Yeah, Elite was pretty slow going in. I think Goober might get him coming out of the pits.
Especially considering Goober was speeding and Elite was doing the exact opposite. I bet Goober is going to be ahead of him, but that 5-second penalty is going to weigh him down a ton. Delta will
I think they're gonna
probably
both
also
pass
go
him
fast.
coming out
Yep.
here.
James was a little too cautious with it. So that puts Delta provisionally in the lead.
Yeah, Delta's gonna have to do a lot of defense here. I think Delta's pace really kind of decided how the outcome went. Because Delta was really flying when it was just 1 and 2, Elite and Goober, up in the front.
Delta looks like he's got about 20% more ERS than Goober. Goober might have had a little bit of a moment. Delta going down a little bit. Like, not going to be enough.
Just looking back here at the battle for 4th, ZP and Games. And Uper not too far behind these guys. I think Games might get it done. He has a really good slipstream now. ZP is not using any ERS, so I think Games has a very easy overtake. And I think Upro might take advantage of this as well around the outside entering turn 14 now.
UPro gets the better exit out of the hairpin going into the final turn now. That guy has a moment. He's not going to catch UPro. I doubt UPro is going to catch Games either, so this is how it's going to sit for most of the lap. Now we'll have to see what happens in the next DRS zone.
Even though Goober is in a race lead now, I definitely feel like he'll want a safety car to get rid of that 5-second speeding penalty.
I think these are some very mixed setups because these deltas are all over the place, but on average they're all about the same. Uber appearing to have a little bit more straight line speed than Delta. He pulls away about a 10th on the back straight. We have a yellow flag. I think that is Sniper Hyper. No, Odin, who was around. Odin has gone around. He didn't move position, but that will not help him. Delta almost getting within a second of Goober, but he just can't do it. They might think about swapping positions. I think the Elite is gaining a little bit on Delta. Like, that guy's actually falling out of the DRS of Upro. Upro's the only one seeming to be able to keep RTX games right now. I think Delta is going to be the man to watch here. He actually breaks the second mark that he's been wanting to. And this is the spot where he's going to have more grip than Goober. He brings it down to 8/10. Goober might pull away a little here. That Delta's been using DRS. He's going to get DRS down the back straight now. This is going to be game changing.
Not only that, Delta was actually not too far off from his personal best this race, so he actually is doing pretty good on these hard set tires. So no passing is going to go on down here on this back straight.
It is important for Delta to keep RZX Elite inside the DRS and make sure they just keep away from fighting. So it would not be smart for their race later on. They don't want to give RZX Games any chance of catching up to them.
So I think this is the lap where Delta and Elite need to get something going here.
Like Goober may have had a moment. It's down to 4/10. Goober looks like he's struggling for grip. Almost has another moment coming out of turn 1. Or turn 2, sorry.
Delta and Elite do sit provisionally 1 and 2 as of now.
Goober has a big moment coming out of that turn. It's almost completely sideways. Goober is struggling for grip. They might be able to look for a move as it comes down to 4/10. Not sure if Delta's going to have enough straight line speed, though he does have the ERS and he is going to use it. I believe it'd be smart for him. Elite just kind of staying within the DRS, not really having to worry too much right now. Delta late on the brakes.
Goober locks up.
Wide. Goober goes very wide. Delta and Goober are going to go side by side in the final turn. Delta gets by him with the traction. Now RVS Elite is going to want to capitalize now and make a move. Goober is going to have DRS, but Elite is going to use all of his ERS to try and make it. Goober lets him by. Goober not wanting to fight it. That decision from him not to lose too much time. He'll probably just use that DRS and straight line speed, come back at them as long as he can keep up with them. Although he does appear to be struggling with traction.
Meanwhile, Upro passing games on the main straight for 4th.
Very wide. Goober being a little aggressive. Goober losing time very quickly. Up to 8/10 now. He might not be in DRS. He hits the grass a little bit. I think he's pushing a little too hard. Didn't get a very good exit either. He's not going to be in the DRS. Goober is pushing too hard for his own good. Down about a second on his best lap. He is on hard tires, but that is still a lot. You should not be down a second. He is still going to gain. He uses a lot of ERS. Almost like he has DRS. Look at all the straight line speed he has. He can bring it down to 8/10. But it's not helping him in the corners. He's simply not gaining enough. Red Bulls are probably going to pull away here. Game's getting quite close to Upro. Although he lifts off in the final corner, although he goes down the inside. Upro is really early on the brakes. Upro gets the better traction out of the turn though. Games will have DRS down the straight coming out of the final corner now. Upro gets a much better exit though. Games will not be able to make another move. Games wasn't wanting to make a move there, but Upro broke really early going to that corner, allowing for a move, but he got better traction coming out of the hairpin.
Meanwhile, Goober has gained the ground back on Elite, so he is in the 1 second range.
Pro and games fighting is not helping their podium fight, although unless there's a safety car, I think they're going to be out of this.
If a safety car does come out within a very short amount of time,
You have a yellow
I think
flag. Sector 3.
it's Mikey in the final corner.
Probably just had a spin. RZX Elite is starting to fall victim of Goober. RZX Elite has lost the 1 second gap to Delta. Goober gets a good exit out of here. He's going to get very close to Elite with all that straight line speed he has. He's definitely not going to be able to make a move. Delta might try and slow down just a little bit to help RTX Elite back into that DRS. Because otherwise, Goober probably will have the straight line speed to get him down the back straight. RZX Games bringing it down to 3/10, getting very close to UPro through turn 1 and turn 2. Doesn't make a move though. These are about the closest battles that we're seeing right now.
I think without a shadow of a doubt, Goober's going to be the very first one to go into the pits if a safety car does come out to get rid of the time penalty.
Sniper Hyper gets the fastest lap of the race, so that will give him an extra point. Goober gets a little bit of wheel spin. I think he'll still have DRS because he got to the detection zone in time. He might not have. Looks like Delta might have slowed up a little bit to let RZX Elite back into the DRS. Yes, he is. Good team plays from Red Bull. Like we have Mikey in the pits, pitting for softs. I think he's gonna go for the fastest lap.
Either this is a strategic play to keep Elite in that DRS range, or it might be setting up for potential swapping the cars move. I mean, it does make sense if they both swap the cars, because I think it would give Elite the points lead. However, I'm not too sure if the math is right. I think Elite would need maximum points to possibly tie Dreams for that points lead. Dreams will walk away with 1 point though.
So if they're going to swap cars, the back straight would be the most sensible thing because Delta would not have to lose any time. And Elite could just fly by him with the DRS. We'll have to see if that's what they do here. Elite getting very close. I do believe they're going to swap the cars. It's down to 2/10. And there goes Elite past Delta. They are swapping the cars.
So Delta really playing the team game here, thinking about Elite's future. He knows he has a better opportunity going for a championship than Delta does. Delta struggled through, well, I wouldn't say struggle, but he did struggle, but he was also a reserve driver for Ferrari, so I think it's safe to say Delta's out of contentions to win the championship. But this is basically kind of handing Elite the race win if things were to fall into place.
Now, Goober would be dreaming of a late safety car, but the farther this race goes on, the less likely it seems to be. The closest battles we have are RZX Games and UPro, and then if Goober even catches back up into the DRS and the two Red Bulls. Google is looking for a miracle here. Maybe a driver error or something, but otherwise, looks like he's gonna have to settle for P3. Actually, it does look like El Peewee getting close to ZP. He's gotten into the DRS. He's actually gaining very quickly. ZP may have had a moment somewhere because that was a very quick time gain.
He's having bad exits and bad entries. I think this will give Pee-wee a good opportunity to pass. ZP, no DRS.
ZP also flashing. He's trying to break the toe down the back straight. Pee-wee's going to get closer and closer and closer and closer. Not using ERS. He might go down the inside. ZP may go wide, but he keeps it clean. Mikey with the fastest lap of the race. He did achieve what he was trying to do there. I'll have to see if anyone else steals it.
Think might possibly see Odin maybe going to bits for softs. I think Mikey's
Pee-wee
pretty
going down
much
the
used up.
inside of ZP. He's going to make a move stick into turn 1. Good move from him. We've had a pretty clean race overall so far. Nothing we really could have done about the lag issue. I think Firefighter said he DNF'd because he had the wrong setup on. It's like we have two people pitting.
Zachman and Odin, they're going to try to steal that fastest lap point. The average pit stop is about 22 seconds here at Shanghai, and Mikey's only 30 seconds behind the two, so I think this would help them.
I get it.
But yeah, they're gonna be way ahead out in front of Mikey. So that's what they're going for.
Like Odin might have to worry about the Red Bulls sooner or later. He's gonna have to pick up the pace pretty quickly. I assume those softs will just keep him going, but those two are getting very close to being lapped now. Oh, looks like Odin has been kicked. Have to invite him back. That's unlucky for him.
I'll see if I'll invite him.
Hopefully his AI doesn't slow him down too much. That guy's staying within the DRS range of LPWE, but he's gonna have to wait a minute to get another chance. Delta continuing to play the team game, keeping it within a second from Goober, although I really don't think they're too worried about him at this point. Game's just not wanting to fight UPro. So it will lose them too much time and give LPWE a chance to catch up. So that was a good decision for him. Like Odin joins back. I think his AI slowed him down too much. So Red Bull looking very well set up right now. I don't want to jinx anything, but could be a very good Red Bull 1-2. That guy's gonna get pretty close to LPWE coming down the front straight now. He's not gonna make a move though. Haas Racing pitting, I think he might go for the fastest lap. So Sniper Hyper is gonna get past him. Me personally, I would not give up those points, but maybe he'll catch Sniper. And then I think Sniper would be pretty scared, considering the reputation he has so far in this race. We'll have to
Games right
see.
now has been working on U Pro, been setting up for potential pass.
Like, Games has recharged his battery very well. He's a lot more than what U-Pro has. I think U-Pro's been pushing a little bit harder than him, so this will give Games a very good opportunity in these final few laps.
Still pretty far back. I highly doubt he's gonna get close to him on the front straight here as we're watching him.
It's a very good exit. He actually he might make
Actually,
it
he might
10.
get the...
Yeah, he's
Oh,
going to.
U-Pro tried to cut him off there, but that was awfully close by U-Pro.
U-Pro
And
trying to
U-Pro's
make
gonna
his
have to yield
decision to
that
late
position.
defend. Games is gonna finally make it by.
Zachman is around as he's about to go a lap down here.
But Goober just starting to fall off the pace now. 2 seconds behind the two Red Bulls now. U-Pro very close to Games. 3/10. Could
Now
see it.
Delta in striking position here, so he's gonna use the DRS. Is he gonna pass him? Yes, he is. So maybe it wasn't any sort of strategy from the team. I think Delta maybe just had a very good run leading up to that point, and Delta goes wide and lets Elite through again. Delta just had a pretty good run on the straight, or on the back straight. Pretty sure that's why he just took it.
Oh. I thought I saw a car in the background. Maybe I didn't. It's just Haas racing all over the place. U-Pro very, very close to Games right now. Although he has barely any ERS. Compared to Games, who has actually not much either. Games used a lot to get past U-Pro and stay in front of them. So I think this is the closest thing that we're going to get to a battle on the last lap of this race. Haas Racing does get the fastest lap of the race.
This is the time to strike for U-Pro. If he is going to get as much points as he possibly can get here tonight, then this is going to have to be the move of the race for him.
Oh, he does.
Oh, U-Pro goes for a late send down the inside. And I think U-Pro is going to be out of it here.
U-Pro making a desperate send. Honestly, not sure why he didn't wait for the main straight, because he would have had a very good run. But he's just getting a little impatient. I don't know if Games has some sort of moment on the last lap. He could still catch up. It's not a big gap. I don't really think he has to worry about Pee-wee. But that was definitely game-changing for him.
Delta is pressuring for the race lead now on Elite. They don't have to worry about Goober from behind because he does have the 5 seconds as he sits in third.
We're in the last lap of this race now. U-Pro's probably going to try his hardest to catch up to Games, but I think that might be it for him. We're going to have to settle with P5 for today. Games making a very good comeback. Went from, I don't know where he started, from to last to fourth. He's had a very good comeback drive today. We have a yellow flag. I think that is Odin around again. That shouldn't really affect anyone.
So this is it for Delta. He's gonna pass. Better do it now on the back straight.
I don't think he is. Yeah, no, he's not. I don't think he's even
Yeah,
going for
no.
full throttle. I can't
So
imagine
that
that
pretty much
taking
does
off.
it. The ultimate team game by Red Bull,
Red Bull
and it
coming home with
awards
a
them
1-2.
on a 1-2 as they cross the line side by side. And that's how
He gets
you're.
another penalty for unserved. I'm not sure what that was, but that won't affect him at all.
Games will take fourth. UPro will finish fifth. Kiwi sixth. ZP seventh.
I think as some of our last drivers cross the line now, that will be it for the Chinese Grand Prix. Your top three rounding out to be the two Red Bulls, RZX Elite taking home yet another win. Delta coming home P2 and Dr. Goober Jr. coming home P3. Hyper actually does take the fastest lap of the race.
Uh, so do you want to do post-race interviews by yourself? Because my mouth feels pretty sore right now. You don't have to. I mean, you can not do it.
I can do it, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll figure out what to say. Good driving from everyone today. We had a pretty good race today. Pretty clean.
Alright, everyone, make sure to stay tuned for top three post-race interviews coming up here next.
We'll get the top three invited here. I believe I have all of them added. think the only person I don't have added is Cooper, if you could invite him.
Alright, so I'm gonna let Sparks take over the interviews for tonight because my mouth does feel sore. So, Sparks, if you're ready, you can go on ahead and go.
All right. Make sure you guys have your audios included. And we'll start off with P3, Dr. Gruber Jr. You were having a pretty good race. You led for some of it, and then that 5 second penalty kind of screwed you over there. How were you feeling when you drove into the pits and just you saw that penalty?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just expecting a little bit more grip, but I know I didn't think I had a chance to win the race. Both Red Bulls were really fast all day, so I was just hoping to hang on and maybe get a P2, but it is what it is. The 5 second or not, I still probably would have finished third, so respect to the Red Bulls. Congrats on the win. I'm happy with the podium.
Yeah, some pretty good driving from you today, but you looked like you were just starting to struggle with grip there at the end. So good job from you though. You can't be mad with a P3. So good job. Um,
Thank you.
moving on to P2, CSR Delta. We don't see him on the podium too much as he was a Ferrari reserve, but now he is a Red Bull full-time driver, ending P2. So it looked like you had pretty good pace today. You got a good start off the line. You stayed with Elite, and then you did the team game. So talk us through how you were feeling throughout the race today.
Yeah, I got a really lucky start of the beginning when lights out happened. I think the Goober, he had what's it called, the gearbox malfunction or something. He was stuck in neutral for the start. So I fortunately got a P1 off the start, but I had a throttle issue going into the hairpin on one of the laps, and unfortunately spun, but I was able to recover pretty quickly. I got P3, I think, from it. I don't remember. And I just had the pace to catch up to Kubel, thankfully. And I did, Elite is closer to the championship, and I think he is now leading the championship in drivers. So I decided to just stay back. I mean, as much as I wanted to keep the win, there was no team orders there. It was my decision, and I think it's smarter for the team to let the Elite get the win.
Yes, a very good decision from you. You both had very good pace today, and you just kind of just blasted away from Goober there at the end. So good to you for letting Elite get the win today, and a good drive from you today. So very good
Grazie.
job today. Now moving on to our race winner, RZX Elite. This is not his first win this season. He's been showing some very good pace so far. I'm starting to root for him. He's been showing very good pace. Elite, talk us through your race today and how are you feeling?
It was a pretty solid race from the Red Bulls. We showed good speed and quality, and like Delta said, Cooper was a bit slow off the start, so we were able to go 1-2. And then Delta spun out at one point. I got the lead, but some strategy flip-flopped it a bit. But huge thanks to Delta for just chilling out behind me and letting me stay out front and take the win.
Yeah, good job from both of you today. Some good driving. Delta made the good decision to stay behind them and help the team out. So I do think that you are leading the Drivers' Championship right now. So Dreams has actually got some work to do. It was an unlucky retirement from him, but also not much he could do in the moment. So he'll have some work to do for next race. I believe it's Miami. So we'll have to see how it goes. Um, Good luck to both of you guys next race and good drive today.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's race. Thank you, Sparks, for doing that for me real quick. But yep, that has been round 7 of the Tier 1 F122 Series Division. We will see you next week at Miami, and hopefully Dreams can have somewhat of a comeback after a disastrous opening lap here at Shanghai, even though Miami is a Dreams racetrack. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up tonight, and we will see you next week at Miami. So long, everyone.